Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my first disc review, which I figured I might as well start with probably one of my favorite fairway drivers, one of my favorite discs really, and that is the Discmania FD1. So this is going to be my first disc review, so things might change, but the way I'm thinking of it is throw all the different discs that I have in that mold. So I'm going to throw all of the FD1s I have in all the different plastics. We got C-line, S-line, Horizon, all kind of at different wears and stages of wear. I'll really just throw the discs how I use them and how I think they're useful. It may be different for everybody. Starting off, I have a beat-in C-line FD1 and a beat-in S-line FD1. Both of these are from my bag and I use these all the time. I also have a blue fresh S-line. It's been thrown a couple times, but not really beaten at all. A pinkish purple S-line. This one's brand new, never thrown. I have a Horizon Casey White FD1, and this one's really cool. It feels great in the hand. Has a little bit more dome than the other ones for sure, but also fairly new, barely thrown at all. I have a also fairly new C-line FD1. So I'm basically just gonna throw all these, compare them, and then you can see the flights and see the uses and figure out what fits well in your bag. So I'm going to be ranging from my bag here. The basket, just so you know, for reference, is 360 away. So I'm probably not going to be getting any of these that far, but just so you have a reference, that basket out there in the middle is 360. I'm going to start it off with the beat-in S-line FD1. It's a nice hyzer release, pops up a little bit, holds kind of the whole way. Curious how this newer one's gonna be. Similar, maybe a touch more fade. Pink S-line. Oh, nose up, but it got a little flip to it. Horizon now. That never wanted to pop up at all. Probably put it on more hyzer too. Two C-lines. We're gonna start with the beat-in C-line. Honestly, not as many differences as I thought there'd be so far. Maybe we'll see more differences when I throw them all flat. So let's go get measurements and then throw flat. Seasoned blue S-line FD1. Just dead straight with a nice fade at the end. Love that flight. Fresh blue one. Didn't really get that height, but yeah, just slight drift to the right. Reliable fade. Pink. Those all looked exactly the same to me. Skywalker, flat. A little higher, a little more nose up. Beat-in C-line. Fresh C-line. So I just picked all those up and I'm really not noticing a significant difference like distance-wise for any of them. Even the C-line, the beat-in C-line was like just as far as the beat-in S-lines and the new S-lines. So I'm just gonna throw two of them from now on. They're all like pretty similar. I'm really not seeing a flight difference. It's probably just my arm speed, but if I get a good rip, they're probably going about 330 for me. So now I'm gonna go to anhyzer, which is one of my other favorite shots for this disc. It just kind of holds the line nicely and it just like pans out to flat, especially the C-line one. It'll pan out to flat and just kind of sit on the ground, but it's just such a useful shot to be able to have in the bag. So I'm going to show you the anhyzers now and hopefully be able to get a good shot of that. Start with the blue S-line, high turnover line. Super nose up. We're gonna try that one again. Much lower line, a lot better. See how it just like pushes so far straight? Love that shot. Last one for the big turnover. Yeah, I love that disc. It just doesn't have a lot of left to right movement, which is amazing, and you can use it for so many different shots. Lastly, I just wanted to show you the competitor in my bag for the FD1. This is the Latitude 64 Honor. This blue one, a little bit more domey and definitely more overstable. And this Tristan Tanner Honor is a lot flatter. You even get a little bit of pop-up. It flies very similar to the FD1s, especially the S-Line ones. Personally, I just think the Royal Grand plastic is like the best plastic on the market. You just can't beat the feel of this plastic. Winter, summer, whenever. A lot of grip. It's really the perfect plastic. So let's start with the flippier one, or the straighter one. It's not really flippy. And then the overstable one. Not if you throw it nose up. But you can see the flight is very similar. Maybe even more of an overstable finish at the end. We're gonna go for this blue Honor. This is the more overstable one. Try to throw it flat. So I just got done editing the video and realized I forgot to talk about one important piece of all this, and that is just the profile of the disc. So if the camera will focus here. So it's relatively flat. It's not very domey, especially these C-line ones and the S-line ones. But yeah, I mean, it's super comfortable in the hand, a little bit higher of a parting line. And if you can see here, I don't know if I'll be able to show it, there's like a little bit of a lip on the disc. That should show pretty good. There's kind of like a little bit of a lip here, which I don't know if that helps with the stability or whatnot, but it really feels really comfortable in the hand. I didn't talk about the plastic a lot either, so dog's downstairs going crazy, but I didn't talk about the plastic much either. C-line is definitely stiffer. S-line is still very stiff too, but it's like got a little bit more give and a little more grip to it, a little more tacky. And make sure we're not showing any phone numbers here, but you can see the profile of the S-line, very, very similar. Got that same kind of wing. And then I would say the big difference here is with the Skywalker, the Horizon plastic. You'll see it's just got like extra dome compared to the other two. Let me see if I can, like, there's just like a smoother, slight bit more dome in the Horizon plastic. So maybe you'll get more glide out of this one. But it flew very similar. But that's all I really wanted to show, just the profile of the discs here, and I'll make sure to include this in the other future disc reviews coming too. Let me know what disc you want to see reviewed too. I'm interested. So that's the FD1 review. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was helpful. The FD1 is a staple in my bag and probably should be a staple in yours if you haven't tried one yet. And this is my first disc review, so let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any feedback, things you'd like to see. I'm already waiting to hear comments about the forehand, but forehand is not my strong suit. You probably don't want me teaching you forehands or seeing how a disc flies forehand. Maybe you do. Let me know. But that's the end of the video. I'm gonna try to post more regular these days, so let me know what you think. See you in the next one.